Hi Ray.
Halo,
Hi, why are you coming so late?
aku lupa tadi habis ke kamar mandi.
Okay then. Are you finished your things?
Ya,
Okay, are you ready for the class today?
ya,
Okay. Can you hear me well?
ya.
Okay, good. So, how are you today, Ray?
I'm fine today.
Okay, how about the school? So far, so good.
Not so good.
What happened?
Nilai TK aku tidak terlalu bagus.
Is it really hard for you while you're doing this?
No, I felt like it was easy, but somehow I didn't get a really good grade on the math.
Because are you a little bit careless when you doing the math?
No, the questions are sometimes hard to understand.
Hmm. Okay, it's all right, it's all right. Okay, actually, but this is the final result or just the trial?
Final result.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay. Okay, I think let's try to continue the class for today, okay? Is it good for you?
What? Repeat?
Yeah, can we continue our class for today?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, do you remember what we already learned last week?
About nested contractions.
Can you tell me more about what you already learned?
Oh, yesterday yeah, no, honestly, I think yesterday we only learned about nested constructions.
And what is nested constructions that you remember?
Nested construction it is the process where you make your code several times shorter with because nested constructions is a process where you merge your codes from two different lines, two different strings to make it shorter.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything else that you want to say? What nested constructions?
Oh yeah, if it's too hard to understand, then that's not good. So you should just make it longer.
Okay, so there is actually some
Yeah,
codes that are good with nested constructions, but there are some that are not really that suits with nested constructions, right?
yeah.
Okay, then. I think you still remember about that. That's a good thing. So, actually, we will try to move our lessons into a new module for today because last time is actually the last lesson from module one. Now, we already into module two. Okay, you
Okay.
get it?
Yeah.
All right, then. So, I will try to open our lessons with the share screen. So, hold on a second. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, do you see the screen?
Yeah, I see the screen. Module 2, lesson 1.
Okay, good. So, welcome to module two, lesson one. And in these lessons, we will try to continue with conditional statements. Okay. Do you already know a little bit about this or
No,
none?
I don't.
Okay. Okay. So let's try to learn about what is conditional statement. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will go to the next slide. Okay. Let's see from our goal. Okay. So today we will try to learn a conditional statement that is a construct. Okay. That analyzing a condition and selects a command to execute. And also we're gonna learn how to program a condition. So basically today's lesson is more about conditioning. So there is actually some specific condition that need specific code. that is specific programming. And that's what conditional statement is used for. Okay?
Okay. Who's
Okay,
that?
let's try to go to the next slide to see this example, okay?
Okay.
Okay, before we actually try to learn about the core of conditional statement, we will try to learn about logical data type. So we will try to learn a new data type. Can you tell me what kind of data type that you already learned so far?
Integer,
You, good.
integer, and then
What else?
there's numerical,
Isn't that
and
integer?
oh yeah, there's
What else?
integer, and then there's len, right?
Sorry, what?
There's integer, decimal, and float.
Isn't that decimal is a float?
What?
Decimal equals to float, right? Float is
Yeah,
another name for decimal. So integer, float, and one more.
string.
Yeah. So we already learned three data types, right?
Yeah.
Strings, integer, and float. And we're gonna learn the next one in here called logical data type. Okay, a new data type. So what is logical data type? Logical data type is actually a data type that only consists of two things. So what is that? It's actually true or false. That's it. There is actually just two things in this conditional data type. Okay, logical data type. True or false. You got it so far?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the next one. So logical data type actually has another name. Another name for logical data type is actually called Boolean. Okay, remember this. Okay, if I say
Okay.
Boolean data type, yeah, basically that means logical data type. It's just same meanings with a different name. Okay,
Hmm.
so let's see some comparison here between the basic data type, such as integer, strings, and logical data type. Okay, so the values that you're gonna see in integer basically numbers, right? But in logical, only true and false. And you still can actually save the value inside the variable, like integer like this, and do the same thing with logical like this. You got it?
Repeat.
Yeah, basically you still can save true or false inside a variable, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then the expressions, if integer actually using math operations or math expressions, in logical, you're gonna learn a new expression, a new symbol called comparison expression. Okay, there's a comparison expression like this, logical expression. We're gonna learn at the next slide. Okay, you got it?
Okay.
So far, is there any question?
No.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, so let's learn about some logical operators. So if you see it here, I think you're already familiar with this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna learn about the new one in here, logical operators. In logical operators, there is actually greater than, less than, equal, not equal, less than or equal, and greater than or equal. Mungkin kalau di bahasa Indonesia kamu lebih familiar dengan kata lebih besar, lebih kecil sama dengan, lebih besar sama dengan, dan lebih kecil sama dengan. Masih ingat gitu?
Yeah.
Oke. Nah, di sini juga sama. Ya, jadi simbol-simbolnya kurang lebih mirip sama yang ada di pernah kamu pelajari sebelumnya. Jadi, kalau lebih besar dari simbolnya berarti seperti ini, ya kan?
Yeah.
Kalau lebih kecil seperti ini, dan kalau sama dengan, itu dia pakai double, double equal symbol. Jadi tidak hanya satu tapi double ya, ingat. Oke.
Yeah.
Nah, kalau tidak sama dengan bukan berarti sama dengan coret. Itu kalau di buku. Tapi kalau di coding, dia pakai tanda seru digabungin dengan tanda sama dengan. Seperti ini. Oke?
Hmm.
Nah, sekarang kalau mau tanya, kalau lebih kecil sama dengan, artinya apa ini? Apa yang membedakan dengan ini?
Kalau yang ada sama dengan itu tuh bisa saja sama atau lebih dikit. Tapi kalau yang tidak ada sama dengan itu cuma yang paling kecil. Cuma yang lebih
Sekarang
kecil.
aku mau tanya, kalau misalkan ada A lebih kecil sama dengan 10, berarti apa aja angkanya?
Maksudnya ulang
Kalau A itu lebih kecil sama dengan 10, berarti A itu apa aja?
A itu bisa B, C, bisa 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sampai 9 aja atau sama 10-nya?
Oh, sama 10.
Kenapa?
Soalnya A itu adalah satu. Enggak, karena simbolnya itu bisa saja lebih dikit atau sama.
Oke, betul. Jadi bisa lebih kecil sama dengan itu artinya bisa sama dan bisa lebih kecil dari si angkanya. Oke, paham?
Oke.
Oke, cuma bedanya kalau di coding ya makanya gabungan ya. Di gabungan antara simbol lebih kecil dan simbol sama dengan. Paham?
Paham.
Begitu pula dengan yang lebih besar, oke?
Oke.
Sampai sini ada pertanyaan untuk operatornya?
Tidak.
Okay, we're gonna go to the next slide. Okay, let's see some examples, okay, to actually help you solving some tasks in the platform, okay, about logical operators. So, let's say that, Ray, you have to write a program that asking for the stock balance of chocolates, and you have to determine if the stock needs to be replenished or not. And the minimum amount of sweets in stock is 50 kilograms. So, if it actually below than 50, you have to replenish it. But if still, is it actually still above, then you don't have to. You got it?
Iya.
Okay, let's see how to actually solve this kind of questions. So first thing first that you will try to make is actually you have to make the equations. You have to ask him how many stock left in your store, right? So you have
Iya.
to prepare the question using integer and input. And then you have to prepare a variable, a new variable to actually become a limit, as a limit, 50. You got it?
Iya.
And in here, it says that the stock need to be replenished if it's actually below than 50. So you have to make that conditional statement, that logical statement. So the replenish or the delivery will actually run if the amount in the store below that the standard or the minimum. You got it?
Iya.
And then you have to print it. Delivery required, and then you will see it here. It's gonna become true if it's actually below than 50. But if it's still 50 above or 50, it's gonna be false. You got it?
Iya.
Ada pertanyaan sampai sini? Yang masih bingung?
Tidak.
Oke, kita lanjutin. Nah, sekarang kita akan masuk ke compound logical expression. Tadi kalau kamu udah belajar soal lebih besar, lebih kecil, sekarang kita masuk ke compound logical expression-nya. Nah, di compound logical expression itu ada dua. Ada and, ada or. Pernah dengar ini sebelumnya?
Iya.
No, pernah belajar?
Kalau terkodik itu enggak, tapi kalau kata Inggrisnya ya ya tahu.
Oh iya, oke. Nah, sekarang kita akan belajar dari sisi codingnya, oke? Jadi ada
Oke.
logical and sama logical or. Nah, bedanya apa sih? Nah, sebelum kita bahas bedanya, kita akan lihat dulu apa sih yang yang menjadi persamaan antara dua operator ini. Nah, dua operator ini, mau itu and, ya, ataupun itu or, nah dia sama-sama memerlukan yang namanya dua kondisi. array. Mau itu and atau or, dia sama-sama memerlukan dua kondisi. Sampai sini paham?
Paham.
Nah, setelah kita tahu persamaannya, baru kita bahas masing-masing. Kita bahas yang N dulu, oke? Nah, kalau N itu artinya apa dalam bahasa Indonesia? Artinya dan, ya kan?
Iya.
Nah, jadi operator ini tuh akan menghasilkan dua output, true atau false, benar atau salah, gitu. Sama halnya dengan or, selalu outputnya benar atau salah. Nah, untuk operator N ini, kalau kamu mau outputnya benar, ya, kamu harus memastikan kedua sisi ini, kedua kondisi ini harus benar juga. Jadi di kiri benar, di kanan benar, baru outputnya benar. Tapi kalau salah satu itu ada yang false atau ada yang salah, dia langsung berubah jadi false outputnya. Misalkan di sini benar, tapi di sini misalkan salah, false gitu. Ya udah otomatis outputnya juga false atau salah. Gitu. Paham?
Paham.
Sekarang kalau mau tes, kalau misalkan ini N ya, operatornya N. Kalau dua-duanya salah, outputnya apa?
Tidak bisa.
Atau false ya kan?
Iya.
Oke. Kalau yang kiri false, yang kanan true, outputnya
Juga
apa?
false juga.
Oh, oke, tetap false gitu. Karena salah satu ada yang salah ya kan?
Iya.
Sampai sini paham?
Paham.
Nah, sekarang yang or. Kalau yang or, kalau lihat dari deskripsi, require at least one. At least one. Jadi artinya, kalau salah satu ada yang false, tapi salah satunya lagi misalkan true, itu nggak apa-apa. Outputnya akan tetap true. Karena yang penting salah satu dari dua ini ada yang true. Gitu. Dia tidak perlu dua-duanya. Yang penting salah satu aja. Jadi kalau misalkan ini true, ya dia tetap true. Sampai sini paham?
Iya.
Nah, sekarang aku mau tes kalau yang or ya. Kalau yang or, kalau misalkan yang kiri false, yang kanan false, apa kira-kira outputnya?
False.
Kalau misalkan yang kanan true, yang kiri true, yang kanan false, apa?
True.
Paham? Sampai sini?
Paham.
Okay, is there any questions?
No.
Okay, now let's see some examples about this. So the examples is actually going to be like this. Let's say that you have to write a program that notifies the user about an error in the stock. The stock error occurs when the storage is almost empty or when it is full. Nah, jadi si pesan error itu akan muncul dalam dua kondisi, antara hampir habis di bawah dari 50 kg atau hampir penuh di atas 300 kg. Nah, cara bikin programnya gimana? Sesuai dengan yang kita udah belajar sebelumnya, siapin dulu pertanyaannya selalu. Terus ini paham?
Paham.
Nah, baru kita coding si kondisinya. Jadi kan kondisinya error itu akan terjadi kalau di bawah 50 atau di atas 300, betul nggak?
Betul.
Nah, tapi menggunakan kondisi apa? N atau OR?
Or.
OR, karena kan dia tidak harus dua-duanya. Yang penting salah satu terjadi, dia langsung error, betul nggak?
Iya.
Nah, jadi gitu caranya. Nanti kalau kita lihat di sini jawabannya, kalau 540, error nggak? Error, karena di atas 300, ya kan?
Iya.
Tapi kalau 275, nggak error, karena tidak memenuhi
Kurang.
salah satunya. Ya, dia tidak kurang dari 50, tapi juga dia tidak melebihi 300, ya kan? Betul nggak?
Betul.
Oh, sampai sini paham? Apa ada pertanyaan dulu?
Tidak.
Okay, then we're gonna continue then. Okay, now we're gonna continue a little bit into the conditional statement. This is the core of our lessons. After we already learned about logical data type, logical expression, and compound logical expression, we're gonna learn about the conditional statement itself. So, if you learn about conditional statement itself, you're gonna find these operators. This is called if else. Do you know about these two operators?
No, but I know the meaning.
Ya, jika maka, ya kan? If else. Nah, jadi ini yang paling terkenal dari conditional statement, yaitu operator if dan operator else. Cara gunanya gimana? Cara gunanya. Nah, cara gunanya seperti ini formatnya. Jadi, kalau kamu mau menggunakan if else, pastikan kamu panggil dulu if-nya, kemudian masukin syaratnya di sini. Expression itu syaratnya, kayak tadi itu, misalkan A lebih besar dari 10 gitu, atau apapun lah gitu. Sampai sini paham? Nah, kalau
Ya,
udah masukin
paham.
syaratnya, baru nanti masukin actionnya. Jadi kalau syarat itu terpenuhi, baru si action satu ini bisa dilakukan. Gitu. Tapi kalau tidak terpenuhi gimana? Nah, disinilah fungsinya else. Kalau si syaratnya tidak terpenuhi, maka action kedua ini yang akan dilakukan. Karena kan ada else-nya gitu. Jika maka. Sampai sini paham?
Paham.
Kita lihat contoh kali ya. Nah, contoh seperti ini. Misalkan kamu disuruh buat program ya tentang penawaran produk gitu. Sesuai dengan pilihan rasa, preferensi rasa makanan. Nah, program itu nanti harus menanyakan ke customer, kira-kira kamu suka rasa apa? Nah, kalau jawaban customer itu vanilla, kamu harus merekomendasikan cheesecake. Nah, else, di luar vanilla, apapun itu, kamu tawarin walnut cake. Sampai sini paham? Nah, berarti cara ngerjainnya gimana? Gampang. Cara ngerjain tinggal masukin aja. Pertama, masukin dulu pertanyaannya, betul nggak?
Ya,
Nah, kalau ada pertanyaan, kamu pasti harus masukin lower. Karena apa? Karena kadang-kadang customer bisa salah ketik. Bisa aja vanilla tapi V-nya gede. Betul nggak? Nanti
ya.
dapetnya nggak dapet cheesecake, dapet yang lain. Nah, jadi biar nggak ada keliru kayak gitu, pastiin pakai lower. Oke?
Oke.
Nah, setelah itu baru kamu masukin if else-nya. Jadi kalau rasanya vanilla, tadi dikasih apa?
Kasih
Cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Nah, jadi, nah ini expression nih. Ini syaratnya tuh. Bisa diperhatiin, ya kan?
Ya.
Taste sama dengan vanilla. Taste itu adalah si variabel ini, dan pakai double sama dengan artinya kalau taste-nya itu vanilla baru kita rekomendasikan cheesecake. Di luar itu walnut cake langsung. Paham?
Aku ada pertanyaan.
Boleh.
Itu kenapa printnya itu dikasih kayak spasi gitu dari mulai kan?
Oh, maksudnya dia menjorok ke dalam gitu ya?
Iya.
Oke, good question. Kenapa sih dia menjorok ke dalam? Karena kalau ini itu akan otomatis menjorok ke dalam. Kalau kamu misalkan udah pakai titik dua nih ya, kamu mau lanjutin ke apa nulis ini, dia akan otomatis menjorok ke dalam. Kenapa? Karena si print ini adalah bagian dari si if ini. Jadi kalau bagian dari si if, dia akan langsung menjorok ke dalam. Artinya dia milik kepunyaannya si coding if. Gitu. Jadi dia tidak terpisah. Jadi
Oke.
satu paket dengan si if itu. Sama halnya dengan print ini. Dia satu paket dengan si else. Gitu. Makanya dia menjorok ke dalam. Sampai sini paham?
Paham.
Ada pertanyaan lagi?
Tidak.
Oke, kalau tidak ada pertanyaan, sekarang kita akan coba untuk sedikit latihan. Jadi kalau akan coba tampilkan, kamu tolong kasih tahu kira-kira jawaban yang benar seperti apa, oke?
Oke.
Oke, aku coba share. Nah, sudah terlihat screen pokok?
Iya.
Sudah terlihat belum?
Iya.
Oke, nah sekarang kita lihat di sini. Kita harus fix the bug in the program. Okay, we have to fix this bug. Now, you have to see that after I'm actually mentioned switch store 111, the login must be true. This is a password. So, how to fix this? We
Eh,
already have a log. We already have a login information. Okay, and how to fix this? Do
kita
you see
bikin
any
lower
bug?
dulu. Lower.
Um,
That's
I
right.
think you don't have to. Why? Because this is a password. So lower or not, if you actually misclick, yeah, it's still gonna be false, right? So you don't have to, but is there any bug that you see here?
Oh, why is there a comma after the wait, let me how do I write again on the share
Sorry?
screen? How do I write on the share screen?
Oh, you don't have to. Let me write it for you.
After
Oh,
the
is there?
login plus, there's like a comma after uh, the annotate.
Oh, do you mean like here? There's a comma. Should be a comma.
No, the right of it. Why is
Oh,
there that?
oh.
Is,
You asking me a question why there is a comma?
yeah.
Because it's actually part of the sentence.
Okay. Um,
Is there any mistake that you see?
oh,
If you
there's
see
no
in here,
comma in the
mhm.
directory. There's no comma after the password.
No, yeah, you almost correct, but it's not a comma. You should actually using logical operators.
Oh, logical
Kan,
operator.
ya kan
Oh
karena
yeah,
di
can
baris
I
ketiga,
get the file like the document, Google document?
betul. Jadi baris ketiga itu betul ada yang salah sesuai dengan dugaan kamu. Tapi bukan koma yang harus ditambahin, tapi logical operator. Kenapa? Karena kan oke itu artinya true, betul nggak? Kamu baru bisa loginnya bener kalau passwordnya switch store triple satu, betul nggak? Nah,
Iya.
tapi ini kan kurang ya, password sama switch store-nya udah ada, tapi kurang gitu loh yang menghubungkannya, ya kan? Dihubungin pakai apa? Pakai operator logical, yaitu double
Oh
sama
ya.
dengan yang tadi tuh lebih besar, lebih kecil. Nah, kali ini pakainya double sama dengan. Jadi kamu baru bisa true, gitu ya, baru bisa bener kalau misalkan ada operator sama dengan, betul nggak?
Ya.
Nah, ada lagi yang kurang di sini, terakhir. Nah, kamu kan tadi mau print true, ya kan di sini tuh, login sama dengan
Ya.
true, kelihatan nggak? Nah,
Ya.
biar munculin pesan true gimana? Kamu harus masukin koma, variabel si oke tadi yang kamu buat, gitu. Nah, kalau kamu jalankan, dia akan muncul nanti si itunya, apa, true-nya, pesan true-nya. Kita coba ya. Switch, store, one, one, one. Kelihatan?
Ya. Kelihatan.
Sampai sini paham?
Paham.
Ada pertanyaan?
Tidak.
Kalau tidak ada pertanyaan, boleh coba untuk login ke platformnya dan coba di share screen, oke?
Oke. Oke. Loginku apa? Aku lupa. Loginku aku lupa. Oh iya, Koko tadi itu di mute. Jadi aku nggak bisa denger.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Ya, kamu lupa informasinya ya?
Ya, ya udah nanti aku tulis deh di WhatsApp aku.
Oke, oke. Koko coba em, sebutin ya. Coba ketik dulu Sok, di bagian loginnya.
Eh,
R
R besar atau kecil?
kecil, ini semua kecil.
Oke.
R, oke. Habis itu raya. Oh, enggak. R dulu, R dulu, R. Nah, habis R, baru RAYA. Enggak, jadi kayak ini nih. Kalau tulisin deh. R, habis itu raya.
Oh,
66.
passwordnya?
Nah, sekarang baru passwordnya. Passwordnya itu adalah ini 474 kosong.
Oh, udah.
Nah, ini habis itu taruh ini I besar, I kapital.
Oke.
Nah, coba
Udah.
login. Bisa nggak?
Tidak.
Tar. Kayaknya password ini sedikit keliru nih antara I kapital atau L. Sebentar.
Coba aku
Coba
coba.
L. Coba L dulu.
Bisa. Dah,
Oh bisa. Pakai pakai apa itu? L.
ya pakai L.
Nah, ini antara I atau L gitu. Nah, oke. Sip. Nomor satu. Oh ya, kok lupa. Nanti ini bisa coba di ini ya, di download ya file PowerPoint-nya supaya kamu bisa baca-baca lagi, oke?
Iya, tadi aku udah minta.
Oh iya, kok taruh di chat ya, si linknya.
Oke, aku udah nanti aja.
Keburu nanti hilang nanti linknya.
Enggak, salah aku pin
Kalau
aku
udah
pin.
beres.
Enggak bakal hilang.
Oh, oke. Sip. Oke, kalau udah kebayang, boleh simpan oke?
Oke.
Okay, good.
Help me out with this one. Where do I
You're
put
con
the equal sign?
you're confused with this one?
Yeah, I don't know where
Okay,
to
hold on a
put
sec.
the equal sign.
Okay. Are you giving up? I think it's already clear.
Yeah, I give up.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see then. So in here, actually, if you want to see where you actually have to put the logical data type, very simple. You just have to see where is the conditional statement. So where is the conditional statement?
Is
It's
it
on here, right?
supposed to be put here and then we
Yeah,
put it here?
yeah. But in the middle, what you have to put?
Comma.
N. No, not comma, N, right?
And okay,
N operator.
try.
You got it?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, Ryan, can you stop the share
yeah.
screen?
Yeah, I'm
Because
confused. Yeah.
okay, so this is the last one before we end. Okay, let's see. You already good things with the input. So, but actually, you forgot the quotation because if you remember in input, you have to enter the quotation, right? Inside the
Yeah.
inside the sentence. So please using the quotation for every
Oh,
sentence.
for every sentence. And then,
After that, you don't have to using integer for the first line because it's category, not number.
oh
The
yeah.
first line. No, no, no. The second one you have to because it's a price. Okay. Okay, and then please delete the second bracket.
What this one?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no. Please. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, for the third line, I think you have to using lower function first. Category equals category dot lower. Yeah. Then after that, now you can actually using uh no, actually just the category. So now actually you can actually using the conditional statement. So I think you are using the over variable. Okay. Over equals now for the conditional statement you have to using category double equal pastries. category, no, category, yeah, double equal pastries. This one.
After that,
Category, double equal, quotation, pastries.
oh, and then a
And then
comma.
using and,
Okay.
and now price
Equal.
less than equal,
Oh
I think,
yeah,
right? Less than equal 500.
500.
Yeah. And then you can go to the next line for a print. Print. I think you have to print the sentence. Can you open the
What?
Can you open the questions? I think the questions. I think the sentence is actually on the questions. Offer products for a promotion. Print that. No. The print have to be on the same position.
Okay.
Okay. Now, comma over.
Done.
That, that's how do you. That's how you do it actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Can you stop the share screen? Yep. Because our time is almost end. Can you actually tell me what you already learned so far?
Okay, so today we learned about condition statements.
And what is that?
Conditional statements are two recommendations when the user enters a preference.
And what else? And did you already learn so far?
To program a conditional sentence, you need to consider a situation that can be either true or false. We also
Okay.
learned about logical data types,
Mhm.
which includes values, variables, and one other.
Okay, that's a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So I think you already learned so much, and that's a good thing. Please remember it because we're still gonna use it for later, okay?
Okay.
Especially tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
So for tomorrow, by the way, I just want to ask you if actually start at 11 for tomorrow. Is it good?
I'll ask my parents. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, please try to inform me soon, okay? If we can actually start
Okay.
at 11, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so I think I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye.